Hey everyone, welcome to Dubs Fan News. This is Steven, bringing you the latest updates on our beloved Golden State Warriors. As always, the NBA trade market is heating up, and the Warriors might be preparing for another big move before the trade deadline on February 6th. Recently, the team made a solid addition with the arrival of a guard, adding more depth to the position, but the moves don't stop there. The Warriors are eyeing further reinforcements for their front court, and the former Toronto Raptors star, now playing for the Washington Wizards, has been mentioned as a possible addition. As you know, our team has faced challenges in its interior production, and with that, seeking options to improve in this area seems to be a priority. But will this trade actually happen? Is this center the right player to help strengthen our team's paint and improve our defense and offense? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think he'll be the key to the Warriors' success this season? So, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on all things Golden State Warriors. Your subscription is really important for our community to keep growing, and so you won't miss any hot news about the team. Let's chat in the comments, and together, let's make this space the best place for Warriors fans. The NBA trade market continues to be active, and the Golden State Warriors seem to be preparing for another significant move before the February 6th trade deadline. After already making a notable acquisition with the arrival of a guard, the franchise might be eyeing another player who could be key to improving their front court. Jonas Valanciunas, the former Toronto Raptors star. But what would the impact of this potential move be for the Warriors? According to journalist Matthew LeGros of Empire Sports Media, the team is looking for a solid scoring center to reinforce the squad, and Valanciunas is a name gaining traction in this scenario. Recently, Golden State joined other teams from the Western Conference, like the Los Angeles Lakers, Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets, and Phoenix Suns, showing interest in the Washington Wizards player. This shows that the Warriors are keeping an eye on the market and looking for a solution to their issues, especially in terms of points in the paint. Why is this so important? Well, the Warriors have struggled this season with their interior offense. Currently, the team ranks 19th in the NBA in points scored in the paint, with an average of 46.9 points per game. The situation doesn't get much better when we look at the field goal percentage for two-pointers. Golden State is only 28th, with a 51.1% shooting percentage. If the Warriors want to keep competing at the highest level, this gap needs to be fixed quickly, and Valanciunas could be the ideal piece to address this. Additionally, the team from San Francisco has been strong on the boards, ranking second in the NBA in offensive rebounds and seventh in defensive rebounds. However, the team has also allowed a lot of rebounds to opponents, averaging 45.8 per game, a statistic that only 3 teams allow more. Again, Valanciunas comes in as a possible solution. With his dominant presence in the paint and rebounding ability, he could be the adjustment the Warriors need to improve both defensively and offensively. Although the Washington Wizards are having a disappointing season, with a 6-26 record, Valanciunas continues to show his value. He's an efficient player and has stood out for his ability to score points and grab rebounds in limited minutes on the floor. At 32 years old, it's understandable that the center would want to join a team with a better chance of competing for titles and perhaps find the perfect balance for his career. Do you think Valanciunas would be the ideal reinforcement for the Warriors right now? How do you think he could impact the team, especially alongside a leader like Stephen Curry? Let's discuss in the comments. If this trade happens, it will be a big step for the Warriors. Do they have what it takes to finally adjust their internal issues and fight for the top of the NBA? Leave your opinion below. We're excited to hear what you think. The negotiations to strengthen the Golden State Warriors roster continue to heat up, and now a new scenario emerges involving a potential trade with the Miami Heat for All-Star Jimmy Butler. While Golden State's desire to acquire the Miami icon is evident, the central issue seems to be the involvement of Jonathan Kuminga, the Warriors' young prospect, in the talks. Will the trade happen? And what would this mean for the future of the team? According to Brett Siegel of Clutch Points, the Miami Heat would be interested in including Kuminga as part of any deal involving Butler. This reflects the Heat's need to secure significant value if they decide to part ways with their star player. On the other hand, the Warriors, while interested in Butler, have shown resistance to including Kuminga in the negotiations. The 21-year-old has shown great potential, but it seems that the Warriors are not ready to give him up so easily. Will this be a tough obstacle to overcome? This situation takes us back to the Warriors' failed attempt to acquire Paul George during the last offseason, when the same hesitation to trade Kuminga was an important factor. The Warriors' reluctance to give up a young player with so much potential has been a constant, but now, with the potential arrival of Butler, the pressure to make a decision is even greater. After all, Butler is an elite player who can help the Warriors win more titles, especially with Stephen Curry's career nearing its end. At 35, Butler may not be the explosive player he once was in his prime, but he is still a top-tier athlete. He is averaging 17.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.7 assists this season, numbers below his usual performance but still impressive. Butler's desire for one last great chance to compete for titles could be the motivation behind his dissatisfaction in Miami. The Warriors, in a similar situation with Curry, might see Butler as an opportunity to strengthen their roster for the upcoming seasons. Should the Warriors take the risk and include Kuminga in the trade for Butler? What do you think about the idea of trading your team's future for a player already in the final phase of his career? The trade has great appeal for those focused on the present, but it also raises many questions about the future of the Warriors. Would you prefer Golden State to keep Kuminga and invest in his development, or do you think trading for a veteran like Butler is the best route for the Warriors in their quest for more titles? Let's talk in the comments. We want to know your opinion. The possibility of a trade between the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat involving Jimmy Butler seems to be fading more and more. Despite the initial interest, a number of factors have made it difficult to advance the negotiation, including issues related to the player's playing style and contract. As reported by sources close to the team and the league, according to Marcus Thompson, Sam Amick, and Anthony Slater of The Athletic. Recently, the Heat announced that Butler had been suspended for 7 games due to multiple instances of conduct detrimental to the team, after the player admitted that he probably wouldn't find joy playing in Miami. Additionally, the team acknowledged that they are willing to listen to offers for their 35-year-old star. However, the reasons behind the tension between Butler and the Heat are mainly related to the player's future contract. Butler sought a maximum extension during the offseason, but the Heat made it clear that they didn't have that plan. This created an impasse, and the situation has pushed the Warriors further away from this trade. Golden State's reluctance to take on the financial commitment with Butler is understandable, especially considering that the team has historically preferred players with medium-sized contracts, rather than taking the risk of a deal with a 35-year-old player and a heavy contract. This opens up space for other options that, in theory, would be more viable for the Warriors. Among the most likely targets, the name of Cam Johnson, forward for the Brooklyn Nets, has gained prominence. Johnson, 28, has a $22.5 million contract this season, $20.5 million next season, and $22.5 million the season after. While the Warriors are interested, other teams like the Sacramento Kings and Oklahoma City Thunder are also pushing for the player's acquisition. However, if the Warriors are really looking for a solution to fill the gap in the front court, center Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls emerges as a more relevant target. Vucevic, with 33 games played this season, is averaging 20.3 points with a 55.9% field goal percentage and 44% shooting from 3 on 4.8 attempts per game. Additionally, the center has 10.1 rebounds and 3.3 assists in 32.2 minutes per game. His $20 million contract this season and $21.4 million next season could fit within the Warriors' salary structure, which has some smaller contracts that could be combined to make the trade feasible. While Vucevic may not have the immediate impact that Butler would have in terms of star presence, he represents a more suitable option for the Warriors' current needs. The team is at a crucial stage of the season and is looking for a player who can complement the team's dynamic, especially at center, where Golden State has had difficulties for quite some time. Could Vucevic be the solution the Warriors need to keep their playoff aspirations alive? And what do you think? Does a trade for Vucevic make more sense than a pursuit of Butler? Share your thoughts in the comments.